Hello and welcome to SA Today. I'm Andrew Chernoff. Today we'll sit down with current SA President Neil Casey and hear from another SA presidential candidate in the upcoming election. But first, let's find out what today's headlines are. The Halloween Fun Run took place today on the quad. The top male and female finishers received prizes for completing the 2-mile run. Contestants also won awards if they were wearing costumes. Prizes for the best individual costume, best group costume, and most spirited costume were given out. Meanwhile, the 6th annual Bird After Dark is taking place this Friday. The event's goal, to help students know what resources are available to them. In addition to showing them the layout of the library, there will be a DJ, free food, and board and video games. Students will also compete in teams of 2, hunting the library for answers to trivia questions. Those interested in participating should register online by Thursday. The event will run from 9:45 p.m. until 1 a.m. And the 2nd annual Murder 201 event is taking place this Saturday in the Life Sciences Building. Visitors will navigate through the haunted laboratory, dodging murderous mayhem, blood, bodies, and hidden hallways. Sounds fun. There will also be demonstrations on how to analyze blood splatter and fingerprints for all of you CSI junkies. The event is sponsored by SU's Forensic Science Master's Program and is free to the campus community. The haunted lab runs from 7 to 10 p.m. Now, let's hand it over to current SA President Neil Casey for this week's campus address. Neil, what do you have for us this week?
Thanks, Andrew. It's great to see you again and great to be back, everybody. Well, we got some great, really exciting news coming up tonight. We're about to elect our final 3 representatives to make SA at 100% capacity. This has been a semester-long project for all of us in SA who have worked very hard to go out and recruit and really make SA a representative student body for your student government. We really want to thank all the people that put a lot of work into it, and we're really excited to elect those last 3 representatives tonight. I also want to announce the confirmation of our new Director of Technology, Ross Lazarowitz. Ross is a freshman in the iSchool, and he really just hit the ground running. And Andrew, you'll be glad to know this, that we are actually launching a new hashtag to bring out issues on campus through Twitter. So you can tweet at us, hashtag SAHelp, and we'll be quick to respond to you. So if you want to follow us at Twitter, you can follow us at SA@SU, and we're looking forward to hearing from what you have to say. So I also want to announce that we have our elections running November 14th through the 17th. Those will be elections for president, comptroller, and for assembly representatives. And for the first time in a long time, we have actually competing seats for our campus-wide election. So don't forget to turn out and vote November 14th through the 17th. Our goal is really for 25% election. So that's all we have for this week, and we're excited to elect our final 3 representatives. If you have issues, don't forget to tweet at us, hashtag SAHelp. Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Neil, for promoting my Twitter account. I need the followers as well. But meanwhile, coming up next, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk to Neil Casey a little bit later on. But first, we go one-on-one with SA presidential candidate Dylan Lustig. Stay tuned.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
You're watching CitrusTV News with Clay Lepard, Andrew Chernoff, and Chris Wilner with your weather.
With a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up with that, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Sounds good.
Welcome back. A couple weeks back, we interviewed SA presidential candidate Taylor Carr, and today we have in studio his competitor, Dylan Lustig. Dylan, thank you so much for joining us today on
Thanks
SA
for
Today.
having me. I appreciate it.
Dylan, let me start off by asking the same question I asked Taylor a couple weeks ago. Why do you want to be SA president?
Thanks for asking. That's a great question. The 55th session has sure been one of results. We've seen a lot happening. However, when I look around, I see a lack of representation among our constituency. I also see a lack of unity among SA and the Greek body, ESF. So basically, the reason why I'm running is because I know that I am someone who can get up and represent the student body. My slogan, I think we'll talk about, is let your voice be heard. That's what I want to do. I want to get out there. I want to be that president who can get up, go to events, show support, and be one to advocate for your student body. So it's.
And actually, that was my next question, the Let Your Voice Be Heard campaign slogan. How come, why do you think people's voices aren't being heard the way it's set up right now?
Well, I think the way it's set up right now is we see a lot of people going in and pushing their own agendas. We see some petty politics. And while we have done great things in SA, one of our primary roles as Assembly representatives are to represent 300 members of our constituency. I just don't see that being done. So what I did was I did write a home college committee bill. And what this did was it made it mandatory for us to go out and represent our constituency. So this will bring about some change as far as getting people's voices heard, which is very important to me.
Now, the home college committee bill that you helped pass, it was created to improve communication.
Absolutely.
How is it so specific? I can't even talk today. This is live
all right,
folks.
all right.
But what's wrong when it came to the way the home colleges were being represented in SA before this bill was passed?
Okay, good question. What I saw a lot was a lack of unity among the SA representatives in the student association. So oftentimes we'd elect home college representatives, assembly representatives, but they wouldn't know who else was in their home college. So this bill is going to do a lot to unify those people, as well as set some guidelines to go back to your home colleges, get that information, what they want to see, what they don't like on campus, maybe some hopes and desires, and bring it back to the assembly and fight for them. So this is going to do a lot to unify our members in assembly, as well as bring it back to the home colleges.
Now, you and Taylor both have proposed a lot more community service within SA, and one of your platforms is that there needs to be a signature program created for community service. Right. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I'd be happy to. I know there's a lot of great events that are on campus at the moment. There's Orange Seas with a big event. There's also a couple other events that are big school-wide campus community service events. But we do live in a city that is in dire need of community service. So all the community service, the better, is my opinion. Now, what I see in SA is I see a lot of people, we're an advocating body. We are here because we want to make life better for everyone here on campus, and that's why I'm here. That's my passion. I'm not a politician. I'm not here to put this on my resume. It's something that I love, and I am a sophomore, and that just makes it all the more. Really, you need to be ready for this, and I'm ready. I'm ready to step up, and this whole day of community service is meant to be a border dropper, a barrier dropper. We come together, we help out for a good cause. And we show that SA is here to do more than just deny your copy request and your funding request, because we are here to make this place a little bit better for everyone.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, Dylan, for coming in
Thanks
today.
a lot.
Best of luck in the
Appreciate
election.
it. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. And stay with us, because after the break, current SA President Neil Casey joins us again.
Today, about 1 in 5 Americans is living with a disability. Over 50 million people, including many of our friends and neighbors, teachers and co-workers, heroes and leaders. 20 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act guaranteed every person the right to live, work, and participate fully in the American experience. We've come a long way since then, and we are committed to making even more progress in the years ahead. Visit disability.gov to see how you can help.
Turning a 20-foot wall into a canvas takes vision. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
And welcome back here to SA Today. Neil Casey joins us again. I'll let the Twitter thing go that you mentioned earlier and not mention my handle, but that's okay. But Neil, back to some important stuff.
Sure.
Thanksgiving break is coming up, and I know that there's buses being offered to take students back to Boston, New York City, and Washington, D.C. How do students take advantage of this?
Well, make sure you go buy the tickets right at the Shine box office. It's a great event. It's a great program that we run for students. You know, you get on a creepy bus and at the RTC, or you can take a bus full of Syracuse students back to your home city. So we encourage everybody to do it, and plus it's cheaper than your regular bus trip.
A lot cheaper than airfare, being from Indiana, I can promise you that.
Sorry we don't run a bus to Indianapolis.
I wouldn't want to take that fly. Now, Orange Central also coming up less than 2 weeks away. It's amazing how quick homecoming is quickly approaching. What is SA's role when they work with the homecoming committee, if there is a role?
Sure. Well, you know, basically, we love homecoming just as much as everybody else. So it's our job as student governors to get out and support the events, to show the spirit that we have. We attend a lot of the events. I would encourage a lot of students to attend the Orange Circle Awards that are held in Goldstein Auditorium. Great event with alumni. What's a great thing about Orange Central here on campus is that it's not just a homecoming thing, it's also alumni weekend too. So, you know, that Orange connection is really vibrant that weekend. You get to connect with people who graduated, you know, whether it's 1942 or 2002. It's a pretty cool event for all of us.
Now, also coming up the week after Orange Central ends are the elections.
Big time.
Now, you've run for president, obviously, and was successful at it, but
barely.
Yeah, barely. It was a close race. But you know the whole campaign process. What should students expect in the next couple of weeks from the candidates without actually specifically talking
sure.
about
I think that we're going to start to see is candidates really put that big last push to get their name out there and really get their issues out there. You see a couple of debates in the next couple of weeks, candidates really trying to differentiate themselves from each other and show this is what I stand for and this is why you should vote for me. It's an exciting time for us to have two candidates who are qualified to be competing for the presidency. Hasn't happened in quite a few years. So we're excited for that. We set a voter turnout goal of 25%. So make sure on Twitter there telling everybody to vote during the 14th through the 17th.
And put my Twitter name on it. And then, Neil, finally, CitrusTV and Student Association doing a pretty neat thing with a debate that could potentially boost that. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, we're really excited to partner with it. We're talking about live streaming and allowing students to ask questions via Twitter or pre-recorded questions. So we're really excited for what that will allow us to do to really reach out and show, because we have very qualified candidates here who are differentiated on issues, and we need to be able to show that to students so they can make the right choice when it comes to their student president.
And still no word yet on specifics where that debate is going to take place, but it's going to be very interactive, as you mentioned.
That's our goal, is to really get the students involved in it, because that's what we're all about. So once we get the details, we'll be sure to pass it along to you guys, and everybody will be able to attend. And if not in person, you know, via Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
Awesome. So using social media to the advantage to get this
trying
up. So awesome. Hey, Neil, thank you so much.
As always.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks.
SA President Neil Casey, everyone. And SA Today, just to let you guys know, hopefully you're back next Monday.
We will be there.
Okay, next Monday, 6:30, you can tune us in then. But until then, you can catch all the latest Citrus TV news at 6 o'clock all week long. And if you ever want to attend an SA General Assembly meeting, they're held every Monday night at 7 in Maxwell Auditorium. Have a great night, Syracuse, and we'll see you again next time.